Hello YouTube and welcome to another review. As you can see today I am reviewing my Doctor Who Tardis Playset. It was released back in 2010 but oh well, have it, might as well review it. Here we have the front box, got Doctor Who Tardis Playset, character options logo, action figures sold separately. The actual TARDIS itself, which looks much nicer on the box than it does when you get it out of the box. The price tag, I paid 30. Highly detailed TARDIS console room, over 40 centimeters tall, in scale with action figure range, multiple levels, walkways and doors. If you turn it to the side, we got the same stuff basically, just kind of shrunk down. It looks kind of tacky when it's all shrunk down. On the other side, I believe it's the same. Yeah, it's the same thing, so forget it. Anyway, on the back, it's virtually the exact same thing except more zoomed out, some more writing and whatnot, what it actually looks like, which this doesn't look like. Here we have some writing here. You can just read that. Pause it. So yeah, that's the box, and to give you a scale of how big it is, if I can turn it around like that, let's get a figure. Amy Pond. So yeah, it is a pretty big box. Anyway, I just move the box. I can show you the instructions, which I do have over here. They're not printed colour, they're just blue, kind of cheap, but it's nothing major, I suppose. The box contents and whatnot. And I have 62 written on my hand because it was something to do with an exam. Yeah, how many marks I got on it, so hopefully I did good. Anyway, here we have the assembly instructions. Just run down them so you can get a good view of them. Yeah, while you look at that, I'll just wipe this number off my hand. And, well, yeah, here are the instructions. There's more detail about it somewhere. Talking about the TARDIS, I think it's here. Here you go, just pause that to read. Pause that to read. Yeah. Anyway, instructions, to be honest with you, were kind of crap, but I did it in the end, so well. And now, the actual playset, which I've been trying to review for so long, attempted to review twice, and flopped both times. Here we go. The TARDIS console room. Yay. Anyway, here it is. I'll just start off with just giving you a basic overview of it. Just look. There's some stairs, and here is the crappy quality swing. This floor is card here, just so you know. It's the same story over here. This is all card. This back is card. The doors aren't even there. Or they are, but they're card. The chair, PVC plastic, believe it or not. Big hole in the side. Big hole in the side. And there is just a random hole at the back there. Why it's there, I have no idea. When I turn the console around, you'll see how weird it looks. But anyway, you have cardboard floor, which is kind of cheap. Well, it is not kind of, it is cheap because you can poke a hole through it, you can damage it, and the photoshopping job they've done for it just looks really crappy, to be honest. The outlines for things are thick, especially over here. Look at how thick the outlines are. They look so cartoonish, childish. It is a toy, but you'll understand what I mean. Here we have cheap quality plastic for the display thing here, and this overall base is cheap quality plastic. And this swing isn't even like rubberized, so you can't exactly swing from it. If you take a figure with actual leg articulation, well, movable leg articulation, so not aiming like Rory, see here in it. Yeah. That's amazing. Anyway, moving on. Along the top here we have this. This is quite nice. I like this. It's It's actually cheap quality plastic, but they had to make it this way so it would be able to be bent, and you know, could go underneath these tabs in the same place. And it looks like glass. It scratches a little easily, so if you play with it, be careful. But it mimics glass and does look quite nice. So here we have the overall Tardis. I can take this off actually and just show you the part of the Tardis better. So yeah, this is the part it connects onto. These terrible looking doors. I mean, actually no, they look good, but they don't do anything. They don't open. I can understand why they couldn't make them to open, because on the back it's higher up, so if you were to open the doors there'd be about, I don't know, maybe that much of a drop. I won't be able to get that much of a view of it from my fingers, but you get the basic picture. However, they could have made the doors openable, but not an actual passage anywhere. They could have had something like Time Vortex. That'd been pretty badass, I think. But that's not the case, sadly. Anyway, here we have some more stairs, which are more like steps. Like, they're not angled to be like stairs, they're more like step ladder steps. Same with these ones here, which are still kind of dusty. Yeah, these ones aren't that bad, nor actually these ones are as well. And just to show you, figures can stand, but they nearly go out the top of the TARDIS. Putting Rory next to the doors aren't even scale. Look, see, Rory would smack his head, fall on his ass, and then get killed by a Dalek or something. If that is the size of the actual one, but it's not, and that's just terrible. We have printed a coat hanger. Looks kind of cool, I suppose. Still annoying. Here we have these detailed things here. Well, they're not green on the inside like they're meant to be, like the package shows, but well. They've at least tried to give like a passage here, but it doesn't really work that well. I think it would have been better if they made it look as if like it was bigger, by minimizing the pictures, making them smaller to make it look further away, because look, it isn't that close to the door. If you were to trip as you walk into the TARDIS, you'd hit your head on this and die. It's just stupid. The chair's movable. Yeah, it's a soft plastic. Turning it over, PVC written there. It's in the same rough shape as the bases of the TARDIS console, which I kind of like. Except it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it is 6. It's kind of cool. Still, it doesn't make up for how disappointing it is. And before I show you the actual console, just move the chair. I'll show you the back of it, show you how weird these holes kind of look. Alright, so we got some ripping there, and it's plain white. 10th Doctor's console had a detailed TARDIS, Time Vortex. This has nothing. This random asshole, why is it here? It doesn't lead anywhere. I can understand this one, which I can cover up with some plastic or something if I want. There's dust all over it. I hate dust. But yeah, I'm not going to do anything like that. I might try. Another hole here. These ones I can understand. I mean, do you guys, if you, nobody really knows this about me, but I'm the kind of guy that will buy a toy, something like that, or collectible, and will try and find good in it, no matter how crappy it is. Because this is quite disappointing. I mean, the best thing is the console, and even that's disappointing, which I've just put back on there. I'll move on to the console now. I was just trying to go on a bit. Yep, move that. Move this out of the way as well. If I put the TARDIS down here. This, sorry, this is brilliant, I think. I mean, look at how nice it looks. We have detailed panels, as you can see there, and there's actual print work done underneath the bottom of this, which can fall out if you take it apart, so I wouldn't recommend you do that. And it's very nicely detailed, as you can see. It's actually sculpted on. And here we have the actual start lever that he will pull to start the TARDIS, which for some reason is in the up position. Why they wouldn't have it down, I don't know, because it's kind of weird if you're playing with it. The TARDIS is technically never taken off, so here we have some kind of next handbrake thing, some foot pumps. No handlebars coming off the console like there actually is. Here we got a keyboard that's printed on, this spinning thing, so other console things here. And levers and stuff like that that you will see that will genuinely stick up on the TARDIS. On this, what they'll do is they'll make them off so they're facing down, maybe so they don't snap off, or so, I don't know, let me just move my TARDIS out of the way so I get a bit more light. There we go. Anyway, this panel, yeah, there's not a lot of detail, but it's still detailed. Looks nice, you can see there. Here's what I mean by the levers, they're all face down instead of upwards. Crap. Here we have the phone, which looks absolutely crap. The tape recorder and typewriter look brilliant, I must say. There's this thing on the bottom here, no idea what it is. It looks very cool. And here we have the panel, which if you've played the Doctor Who adventure games, you'll know this is used as a tractor beam to drag the Doctor back into the TARDIS. If you've seen the 11th hour, this hole here, you will know what comes out of that. It is actually the place for the sonic screwdriver. As you can see there, it looks pretty cool. You know, it has to come out the wrong way because of the open claws. You could probably cut the claws off and then just jam it in like that. But there isn't really much point. I like that you can do that, it's kind of cool. Nothing major, but it's still cool. Yeah, anyway, over here, this is my least favourite panel, it's just basic, there's actually nothing on there. Yeah, that's that. The time rotor, brilliant, absolutely brilliantly detailed. And look at the sculpt, it's perfect. I mean, even, take a look at it from the top. Looks nice. You can see how some of these circles have had the holes cut in them as well. The time rotor is shaped perfectly, similar to the sonic screwdriver. Very cool. Here we have the spinning TV, just peeling off, and it would have been nice if these were actually down, because if you watch the series, you know you can pull this down, and they will be going in a zigzaggy way because it's too high up for the figures, which is kind of stupid. But oh well. The way I have it on display, it's like that, with the actual time rotor, facing us like that, even though it should be the brown part facing us, but I decided to leave it like that because the time rotor is one of my favourite features of this, well, to put it bluntly, flop of a toy, and I don't want that to be covered up on display. So if I put this back on the actual TARDIS, I'll give you some size comparisons with the action figures. To be honest with you, this playset is kind of rubbish. I mean, they'll be making a new one for the new TARDIS, I hope anyway. Sadly in the 3 3/4 inch scale, but I will get it, and a Doctor and Clara figure, and that's probably the extent of my 3 3/4 inch collecting for Doctor Who. But apart from that, it's alright. I'm just saying that because I like to talk about toys, and I always try and find good things about them. Rory, he's in good scale with it, so is Amy, and it looks very nice on display if you use imagination. But I've done that with my Doctor figure, and just bear with me 1 sec, I'm putting the sonic screwdriver in his hand with one hand, well, technically 2 fingers and a thumb. Actually, if I just put my camera down here on the TARDIS, yeah, I'll make it much simpler. I can put this there, his hand, and show you how I like to have a Doctor on display, and boom, that does look pretty cool with him just leaning against it checking his screwdriver, because that's the way he acts. And now all I need is a River to kind of stand behind him, and I'm going to try and position her to look as if she's got her hand on her head, as in like, oh my god Doctor, what's wrong with you? But I haven't got that figure. Anyway, that's all I can say about this thing. Out of 10, I don't normally give things ratings like this, but out of 10, I would have to give this a 5, because of no sound effects, no lights, which is absolutely pathetic. I mean, they could have just had some LEDs running along the back, sticking out of all these holes, instead of having these crappy looking photoshopped lights. Could have had some actual LEDs. Maybe a few in the console. I mean, I can understand if they can't get the time rotor to move up and down. It wouldn't be as bad, but they haven't even got a light or sound, and sound is easier to include, I think, so it's very disappointing. But I'm saying I'm giving it a 5 just because I'm generous and I always try and find something good about toys. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review. I'd recommend you get this if you like Doctor Who. I mean, if you get it for a good price, I wouldn't get it for 40, the same price as the brilliant 10th Doctor's one, which I never got. I mean, looking at this one, I got this for 30, otherwise I wouldn't have got it, it's just a rip-off. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. My next review will be on the 3rd Doctor's re-release Sonic Screwdriver. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, and see you later. Goodbye.